All right. So there's lots of soccer kids, not so many squirrels. We did see at least one blue jay, possibly the same blue jay, or maybe two different blue jays. We're not sure. And we saw one of the woodpeckers. And the interesting thing is the woodpecker was yelling at us, but couldn't figure out how to catch the peanut. So we think it was one of the babies from this year. Because she was definitely yelling at us, and she came down, and Tom kept trying to throw the peanut but she wouldn't go, because the adults will go to ground and grab the peanut if they don't catch it in the air. And we couldn't figure out how to throw it for her. And I assume it was her. I don't know. Could have been him. It's a bird. How do I know? But she just couldn't figure it out. We were just like, but I think I got some really good pictures of her. So, she's hopping around on the tree, and yeah, so it was interesting, but all right. So it was a fun day in the park. Now, everything from my lower back down aches, and I don't know why, but I have nothing to do today, and other than the church service and the Mabon service tomorrow. So I'm gonna rest. That is exactly what I intend to do. Nothing. So we are doing, after I do this, because I do get to do, but I get to sit down while I do this. So, it's all good. Okay. So your spiritual power. Let's do the housekeeping first. The housekeeping is me reminding you we are Creative Life Spiritual Center. The website is creativelife.org. The constant contact email, info@creativelife.org. That gets you one email a week, tells you what's going on for the week and the month. Unless something unusual happens. I will point out we do live in hurricane country, and it is hurricane season. That would be the only reason you get more than one email, is something has happened. And then the hot links are hot. Take you right to the information. If it says click here now, it means it. And it is a blind CC. That means nobody will see your email. You won't end up on anybody else's email list because of us. Now, I'm going to mention the social medias, and I only mention them from the standpoint of we do not monetize the social media. We don't want to deal with the ads any more than you do. So what we ask you to do instead is like, subscribe, follow, based on which platform you're on. You have options. And then engage with the individual posts. So react to the post, comment on the post, share the posts. We believe we have good tools to share. This is a free way that you can support us where more people will see our stuff. Because the more reactions we get, they show it to more people who might be interested. You never know. All right, so there's that. All right. Okay, now, your spiritual power is, it says it right here, a collection of inspirational writings. So this is not a book written by Ernest Holmes. This is a collection of books written by Ernest Holmes. Or just material that was pulled together. Because like the Immortality, I've never seen that before. But what it looks like is it looks like they pulled together some material, comments that he's made about it. We are currently doing Your Invisible Power, which is the second book in here, it was a small book, standalone, but some of these books are kind of hard to get. I actually went looking for, Jesse mentioned a book that Ernest has called Light. It's a collection of meditations. That sucker was $72 because it's not in print anymore, So now, granted, I think I found it on eBay, and I hadn't looked at any other place, but it was just, it was interesting because he mentioned it in the flying class, and I was like, well, let me see if I can find it. $72. So that's what this is. This is a collection of some of his rarer works that probably weren't in print or aren't in print or kind of hard to find. And so they're, and we're just going to work our way through them. Basically, in Your Invisible Power, every time he changes topics, I change videos, which means I'm reading a couple of pages. But this is rich work. It's heavy. It's meaty. It's a lot. You want to go away and think about it. So that's why I'm limiting it to just a couple of pages. Because it's worth deep thinking about. So let's get on with it. We are in Your Invisible Power. We are in God, Your Impersonal Self. We're in part three. And I am on page 72, if you are following along, with I am the creativeness within you. Because I am the creativeness of the universe, and because my imagination is my creativeness, then you may know that to think is to create. Hence were the worlds formed by the power of my word. Hence is your world formed by the power of my word in you. For your word is my word in you. Your thought is my thought in you. Your power is my power within you. Okay. Nope, that's not the one I wanted. I wanted this one. Okay, I just highlighted the wrong sentence. But, it is what it is. I, the universal, and you, the individual, are one and the same being. I, the universal, think in you, the individual. Thus, I, the universal, endow you, the individual, with life, with creativeness. I am that life and that creativeness within you. I am the way, the truth, and the life means that the infinite I within the apparently finite you is God. Thus, your thought is creative. Thus, your imagination projects forms upon the screen of your experience. That's just a really creative way of saying that. Thus, your imagination projects form upon the screen of your experience. I just like the way that sounds. This is because I, the creative principle dwelling within you, projecting the law of my creativeness through your imagination. To know how to think is to know how to create. And this power to create through thought is the execution of my will in you, the manifestation of my being through you. This is my image and likeness manifest at the level of your consciousness. Okay, that's kind of important there, right? So my image and likeness manifest at your level of consciousness. That's one of the reasons why I frequently say it's a good idea to be really clear about what you believe about God, because that is what you are going to manifest in your life. So if you look around your life and you don't like what you're seeing, maybe it's time to go back and look at what you think about God. Because if God is manifesting through you, God is manifesting through you what you believe. So you got to get back in there and dig up those hidden beliefs. If you can consciously realize this, then you may know that I am still creating through your thinking. I, the universal, am now individual. I, the impersonal, am now personal. And yet, in my personality and individuality, I still remain universal. But I, the universal creative mind, now become at the same time the individual and personal creative mind through your will, through your desire. Because you are some part of me, you have the power to think. Good morning, Abe. Because you are some part of me, you have the power to think and to create. You have the power. Yeah. Oh, wait. This is why I advocate reading this out loud, other than watching me stumble over words. Because it's really, you are claiming this as you are stating, as you are reading this out loud. Okay, because you are some part of me, you have the power to think and to create. This power is my power. It is also your power, and because this is so, that which you have believed has come upon you, that which you have thought has transpired. Until now, you have not known that the very power which binds you can give you freedom, that the very power which has created physical infirmities may also heal. I, the eternal within, do all these things. Deep breath. Because you believe that which you experience to be necessary, you perpetuate the experience. That's why you want to get clear on what you really believe, because you just keep bringing more of it into your experience. This is also my mind working at the center of your being. I am in the midst of you is the sole and only creative agency in the universe. Whether that creative agency calls itself your imagination or my will, it is one and the same. I am in the midst of you can easily dissolve one creation and project another. Well, which means if you don't like the experience you are having, you can change it by changing your mind. The master within resides and is never external. The picture is never the artist. The creation is never the creator. The thinker existed before any particular thought, and when your present universe shall be rolled up like a scroll and numbered with the things once experienced, I am will still be in the midst of you. You will remain and project another universe and yet another, and beyond that more. Neither your body, your environment, nor your mind are masters. You are the master of body, mind, and environment. They are your servants. They are my servants. Therefore, they are your true servants when your thought is in harmony with the beauty and at peace with the reality. Whoa. Okay, hang on. We're going to go back and look at that again. Okay. Neither your body, your environment, nor your mind are masters. You are the master of body, environment, and mind. They are your servants. They are my servants. Therefore, they are your true servants when your thought is in harmony with beauty and at peace with the reality. So, if you want your mind, body, and environment to cooperate with you, you've got to be in harmony with beauty and at peace with reality with a capital R. Not the lowercase reality. You do not have to be at peace with the nonsense going on in this world right now. You absolutely do not have to be at peace, because I certainly am not. There's a whole lot of stuff going on that I'm really unhappy about. But I am at peace with the capital R reality. Which sounds weird, right? Because I know that back of the mess that is going on now, there is a reality that is not messy. And so what I've got to do is focus on the not messy reality to bring more of it into the messy reality, and maybe we can get this stuff straightened up. So that's what he's saying. You got to be in harmony with the beauty and at peace with the reality. You got to see the reality behind the mess and understand that the mess is temporary. But the reality back of it, that's eternal. All we got to do is get there. We got to get enough of us to change our mind. All right. You may permit me to create a new experience for you, patterned after your own thought. You may permit me. That is that sneaky thing about free will. We've got to let it happen. We've got to be willing to have it happen. We've got to be willing to accept it. Oh, you may permit me to create a new experience for you, patterned after your own thought. But first, you must have the idea of this better experience. You must conceive it in the silence of your imagination. This conception will be my imagination working at the center of your being. My will dominating yours, not dissolving it, but more fully expressing myself through it. For my will and your will are one and the same, because all ideas finally come from me. Dominating. Anytime you use the word dominating, I get a little twitchy. But I like that he says dominating, not dissolving. Your will and my will. So God's will and my will are the same will. God's will and your will are the same will. You know, when you allow God's ideas to flow through you, allow that will to be your will, you're not going to lose your personhood. You are not going to lose your individuality. You are simply going to be more fully expressing the divinity within you, is what he is saying. All right. You can have no idea separate from mine, because you are that which I am, and I am that which you are. You are myself individualized. Your personality does not restrict me, nor do I hinder it from expanding, Hence, the joy of spontaneity and self-expression are real in you because they are real in me. If you turn from fear to faith, you will discover that fear has vanished and faith alone remains. If you turn from despair to certainty, you will discover that weakness has fled and that you understand the subtle process through which this transmutation has taken place. And you will know that always you have created one condition as easily as another. Always you have been the master of your fate. And that last sentence right there is both the most damning and the most freeing. Okay? I say the most damning because that it means that we have to take responsibility for the mess. We have to take responsibility for the mess. But it is also the most freeing because it means that if we don't like what we are dealing with, we can change it. And that is the double-edged sword of free will and personal responsibility. It means that we can misuse the power that we have been granted. God's never going to, Jesse uses this image occasionally, that God is not this parent who's going to come snatch the toy away from us and go, nope, you don't know how to play with that. God's not going to do that. That is not the way this works. If we misuse it, then we suffer the consequences of our misuse. So it is both the most freeing and the most, are you kidding me? And that is the value of each other. Because God is not going to step down and snatch that toy out of our hand. But we can look at each other and go, you know what? Maybe there's another way to do this. Like, I can't walk your path for you, but I can shine my lamp on your path so you can see where to put your feet. That is the value of each other. Jesse on stage going, give me that. It's one of my favorite images, clearly, because it pops back up. God's not going to do that. And we can't do it to each other either. But we can say, hey, you know what? There may be a better way to do this. Let me show you. Would you like a better way to do this? One of my favorite, I think I got it from Quincy's Tavern on Instagram. And he calls it the blanket or the sword. So when people come in and want to tell their story, you ask them, do you want the blanket or the sword? Meaning, do you just need me to listen and comfort you? Or would you like solutions? Would you like me to help you with that? Because sometimes people just need to tell their story, to kill the power of the story. They don't need advice. They just need to kill the power of it. And that is the value of being able to listen. And then if they ask for the sword, give them the advice. Give them the advice. Oh, all right. Well, that is the lesson for today. I'm going to move on to the process of my day, which is nothing. I'm so excited. I enjoy my Saturdays off. Yes. So, I'm going to cuddle my fur babies. That's what I'm going to do. I actually do have a couple of things to do today. So, including looking at baked apples. Because apparently I didn't read the recipe and my husband said that we use them in the microwave. And I'm like, what? Okay. I bake them in the oven. All right. So I got to figure that out. All right. So I'm going to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day. A take care of yourself day. A do what you got to do day. A learn something new day. A make a new recipe day, because that's what I'm going to do today. A cuddle your fur babies day. A tell somebody you love them day. A see where your creativity takes you today. A get in line with be in harmony with the beauty and at peace with the reality day. Let's look back of the messiness and see the reality day. A change our minds day. A take a nap day. A drink plenty of water day, because it's going to be 95 here today. A stay out of the direct sunlight between 10 and 2, always good advice day. I think I'm out of words day. Let's wrap this up day. A good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough, just as you are. You are a beloved expression of the divine. You are spirit in motion, God in action. Hang on. Okay. You are spirit in motion, God in action, a beautiful light, a brilliant light. That's it. A brilliant light, a divine spark, spirit. Now, you know what? I'm just discombobulated today. A brilliant masterpiece, a beautiful masterpiece, and a work in progress at the same time at your own pace. That's my favorite part of that sentence. And as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you are a godling. Explore the truth of your being. Get to know who the divine knows you to be, because the divine knows you to be good. And from there, anything is possible. All right, beloveds. I'm going to take myself off for whatever I'm going to do. Actually, I need to eat something because I'm starving. So, Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. I will be back with you. Tomorrow is gym day, so I will see you around 8:45. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved, and I will see you next time.